Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to TRACKILICIOUS and a new season of iRacing Madness. I'm Ghoukasian, and we have some exciting stuff coming to you this season. This season is a little bit different than last. We have the safety car still. We have the randomness. But now we also have multi-class GT3, GT4. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're excited to have some fun today as we are in qualifying at Sebring, as all of these people have already started practicing and getting ready for the excitement. Muff, thank you so much. How are you doing? 28 months. That is almost a whole year. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Muff? Hope you're doing well. And while you respond, why don't we get right into it and watch some iRacing fun. Let's have a look and see how the grid's looking. Quite a few drivers on grid here today. Second half of qualifying. Looks like we have Jacob White topping the charts with a 59.7 here at Sebring. Jack Shia 59.8. Andrew Pickerel 59.9. Jordan Smith 2.0. Colin Johnson 2.01. Goodness, the times are so close to each other. I get it. Life gets in the way, totally understand. But we do hope that you join us sooner than later, Muff. That being said, we do have an exciting series that you should consider. There is a special event that is out there on March 29th, and it is an event that is put on by Init Motorsports, Init Esports, and it is a Sebring event, 90 minutes, and it is to potentially qualify to be one of the drivers for the US national team in esports. So effectively, it's an audition. People go out there, they have a look and see who's got the skills, who's got the talent. But this first round, it's open to everybody. Hoping to see a bunch of people out there who've got some skills, some to improve and others to show. But yeah, Muff, if you have time, March 29th on a Saturday, 90 minutes, Sebring, and really hope to see people out there. It should be very fun as we see Jacob Church out there in the BMW GT4 trying to put down a time to get the GT4 started here. And I had my track map out moments ago. Unfortunately, that is no longer the case, and I have no idea why, and that is pretty frustrating. I apologize. I have to figure out why that's happening. Hope everybody's doing well. What's new? What's good? I know that there are recent updates to iRacing. Why don't you guys educate me as to what they are, as I'm coming in cold to the session. Jacob Church taking loads of curb in his compliant GT4. Adjust things a little bit here. In the back straight, trying to set his first time. Bit more room on the exit there for Mr. Church. Comes in, and it is a no time. What is going on? Eric Miller. Might be their outlap. Octane, hello. No idea who you're talking about. As Mr. Mike Noss, Sagerbakchi, nor Mr. Kuja or Tyler are on screen today. So you just have your regular old Eric. Brad Severs in P1 currently for the GT4s, deciding that staying on track is not his preferred line. The second time around, Ray Frias, a couple of tenths behind, will be looking for an improvement. And if you haven't noticed already, I'm super excited to stream this series because of a certain thing that Brad Severs isn't displaying. Ryan Wallace is, though. You'll notice on the cars we have the TRACKILICIOUS banners and the nameplates. Super duper exciting. So I am pretty excited, Dom. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thanks to the one and only Will Brunner putting all the effort towards getting those car banners up, making it an official TRACKILICIOUS Sim Racing Championship. Looks absolutely fire. So legit. Orange banner for the GT4 cars. Blue cyan, as it's actually technically pure cyan for the GT3 cars. So excited to see these on the track. They look phenomenal. Sticking with Ryan Wallace here, trying to improve on his 2:11.1. Absolutely. Dom, they are actually in, I just posted them, so if you search my name in one of the iRacing channels, you'll see them. And all of the banners are indeed uploaded to the liveries document, so you just do !liveries in the liveries channel. You should get the link to our Google Drive, which has all of the assets in there. Oh, you think we're playing around here, Dom? You think we joke about hex codes? This is for real. Tamazic coming in hot, topping the charts with a 2:10.7, a blazing lap. Eric Miller besting him with a 2:10.78. My goodness. These guys are absolutely going at it. 3 minutes left to go in qualifying. All of the orange banners lining up in the shot. Screenshots will come soon. Playing games here, Blue? You think we're playing games? This is real. Mr. Bartlett on the YouTubes, thank you. Best of luck to you, Travis. I know you're in here somewhere. Travis, are you driving the GT3s or the GT4s? And why can't I see your name? Oh, there you are. 16th. Driving the McLaren. Look at that. I am super excited to get some wicked screenshots. Tamazic looking for something to improve his time up into P1. Both BMWs. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Dom. Ooh-wee. That car looking hot. Coming onto the back straight, I believe. Nope. Yes. Onto the back straight. It would be phenomenal if we had our track map. Why? Why you know the almond straight. Danik Courts, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to TRACKILICIOUS. We are here in our inaugural race of this GT3 GT4 mixed class championship here at Sebring. On board with Steven Tamazic, trying to get the top time here at Sebring. 4 tenths off now. And Andrew Pecker fan. Andrew on the grid, I presume, with... Oh. Trying to find... Are we talking about Pickerel? Or is there another Andrew on here? The only Andrew I see. So maybe talking about the same person. Saucy, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are almost done with qualifying here. About to get the show on the road with an exciting race filled with 40 cars on the grid. Right now, topping the charts in the GT4 class is Eric Miller, sitting in the pits. Tomazic lost all of them. Here we go. I believe that's the end of the session. Are you asking if registration is still open for you to join today or for you to join period? Because I think it is open. And that is that. Checkered flag waving. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is open and it is looking saucy. Down we have, I think, 40 plus registrations. Looks like we have 40 cars on the grid. Oh my goodness. Patty, asking for a livery deep dive. You might be challenging my abilities in iRacing, but I will try. Mr. White, as soon as you end up on the grid, we will do our best. Final cars coming in. And we do have qualifying positions out here right now. As everybody starts to grid up, we have in the GT4s, Eric Miller in P1, Stephen Tomazic in P2, Ryan L. Wallace P3, Ray Frias in P4, Rick Wolf in P5, Mike Pico in P6, Brad Severs in P7, Matt Hughes P8, Jeff Dallas P9, Joe Harkness P10, rounding up to top 10, Gavin Cambray in P11, Jacob Church P12, and then we have some non-qualifiers that I'm sure we'll be looking to try and figure out. Some GT3, some GT4s. In the GT3 portion, we have Jakob White top in P1. Jack Shia P2. Andrew Pickerel P3. Jordan Smith P4. Colin Johnson P5. Cody Watson P6. Jakob Stofko P7. Josh Willis P8. Yeah, Jacob Cunningham P9. Benjamin Smalling P10. Jason Wright P11, Will Brunner in P12, Bronson Turner P13, Eric Eng P14, Nathan Hutchison P15, 16 is Travis Bartlett, 17 Kyle P. McDonald, Steven Anderson in P18, Glenn Pinio in P19, Morgan Stringer P20, in 21 we have Adam King, Ian Brawning in 22, Dane Courts 23, Dane popping in chat just a minute. And following, thank you for the follow, Dane. Wade Georgeson, 20. I lost count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And on 25, Mark Matlock. Excuse me. And that is your grid. And we have the track back up. Amazing. So super excited about that. And yeah, excited to have a fantastic grid. Let's see if we could honor Jakob's view of his car here as close as we can get. Maybe we could do a chopper cam here. It's got a lot of stuff going on. Black and white with the fleur-de-lis I think he's got for our chase cam. And the Trackalicious banner up top in P1. Jakob looking quite pretty. Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Church. Dom. GT4s for sure. Control Z. Let's see. Ooh. And then. Oh no, we're pressing things that are making things happen, and I don't think I'm very happy about that. There we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm doing things. Look at me, Mom. But I don't know what I pressed. Control Z again. And we are about to get rolling here. GT3s on and ready to get going. Safety car running them out. Fortunately for us, I think it looks like we're gonna have a full lap. Get a chance to look at Mr. White's. Uh-oh. That is not a good sign. Alright, folks. We might be in trouble as Sebring might be demanding more than we can chew. I'm going to do this for a second, and I'm going to go in here and try to fix a couple of things very quickly before the race starts. I tested it before. It seemed okay, but alas, here we are. Let's see if there's any improvement here. Hopefully we won't have any more issues, and as the track spaces out a little bit. Mike Nuss Memorial Safety Car. Goodness, I'm not even sure what that means, Dom, but no, we're still flashing. What happens when you when your league exceeds your PC's abilities. That is not great. Let's set this up. We have one more straight to go and hoping. Let's hope that this helps out. Okay. Todd Moon Bounce, welcome. Dealing with a couple of technical issues, but hoping that that is done with now. As we round out to the front straight. Jakob Padberg in P1, followed by Jack Shia, and looks like they are getting ready to get their engines revving and rolling here up in the blimp, all getting ready, all super excited. And it looks like we have green, green, green. That is go, and everybody seems to get a pretty decent start. Some of the back folks, the Lamborghini in the back, looking like an amazing start, going 3 wide, turning into the first corner. That Audi of looks like, I think that is a Pickerel going up into 3rd place, challenging Jack Shia in the Ford Mustang, making it okay. Let's have a look in the back here of the other contenders of the GT3s. Eric Miller. Sorry, hesitation in the PC, deciding what to do with the information out here. Oh my goodness, come on. Please help me out. Of course. Looks like Sebring is demanding quite a bit of my PC, and it's just not accepting. We did have a car go off, unfortunately. Jakob White looks like is dropping as well. Settle down. Settle down. We'll get this. We'll get this. I think it looked like it was just a PC thing. Errors happening. Jakob White still solidly in P1. Jack Shia following in the Cow Mustang. Looking pretty good. Pickerel up into P3. Gaining several positions from his qualifying. Cunningham. E9 here. Jace Wright and Josh Willis side by side going into the final turn. Jace Wright having the inside line. Josh taking a super wide line. Trying to send it back on the inside, but looks like Jace still firmly ahead. The sunset is absolutely fantastic, but also killing my PC. Oh, is that are we Cow gang here for Jack Shia? Is he part of the crew? Having a look back in the GT4s, looks like Eric Miller still maintaining the lead. Oh my goodness. Just not happy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every time we try to... Yeah, I'm sure he is. Pre-approved cow. Oh my goodness. Hopefully as the field spreads, the computer calms down, and as the sun goes down and we get into more manageable scenery, we'll have a good race to watch here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the race. 1 hour, random safety car. Bronson Turner in P10. This field looks incredibly competitive. We will continue to try and have a look at what's going on in the GT4s. For now, every time we click into it, it does not like it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to give you guys in the GT4s some screen time, I promise. We do have a Shannon Ellsworth that seems to have returned to the pits, unfortunately. No, I don't think it is Shannon. A 707, Wade Georgeson has returned to the pits, unfortunately. Carrying some damage, but the race continues. Looks like Jakob White, a pretty commanding lead so far, must be putting some practice for the upcoming Sebring official races here at iRacing. Oh no. Got a crash here. Looks like Joe Ferroni. Oh, just tips a tire a little bit into the grass. Fortunately, no contact anywhere. Manages to get out of the way quite well. Credit there. And we've just completely quit, apparently. All right, let's try again, folks. are you freaking out when we try to look at the GT4s? They're there. We could see them. They're racing. I promise. Looks like a fantastic grid. For some reason, and I don't understand why. Oh no. Husker, who are you in the race here? Well, PC is saying no GT4s for you at the moment, and I'm not sure what it is that we could do to make that happen, but what we can do is look at Jacob Cunningham here applying loads and loads of pressure to that P9 position of Bronson Turner. Bronson looking pretty good. Oh no! Ben! Yeah, you were way up top as well. I think you qualified like P4 or something like that, right? Oh, that's a bummer, Ben. Sorry to hear that. Well, Ben, you could just chalk it down to mechanical failure of the car. The good thing is, unlike in real life racing, mechanical failures cost thousands of dollars to fix, whereas in this world, it's free. It's just a reset. Good to go. Unfortunate not to be able to race the race, though. It looks quite tight in the field here. A couple of battles happening. Stringer going on Jordan Smith. Jordan having great pace. Stringer offline. Multiple cars now going around. Oh, there is quite a bit of damage on the back of Murray Stringer's car. That is definitely unfortunate. Missing a whole rear end. Dancourt's looking to pass now. Stringer deciding that the pits is not the option for him today. Not quite yet. Not needing a rear end to drive that McLaren, apparently. Dancourt's paint shop livery here. Appreciate it, Ben. Sucks to have been in that situation, but can at least watch some action, and hopefully we'll be able to. We have Bronson Turner here in P9, still defending position from Cunningham. Tightest battle on track right now. Looking around, we got a couple more battles going on. Orange Stringer still dropping down. Looks like Dancourt did manage to get through, and that is another position for Dancourt up into P20. Now looking at Travis Bartlett ahead. Bartlett fashioning the lovely TRACKILICIOUS banner on the 907 McLaren. Bartlett racing all the way from Alaska, folks. Super cool to have an Alaskan sim racer in our midst. Willis under immense pressure from Bronson Turner. So much pressure that my PC can't handle it. I'm sorry, folks. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We have a lot of time left in the race. I'm gonna go here. And I am gonna actually try to restart this with the new settings. Hopefully it'll do us some good. So give me a minute. Dom, tell us a joke. You are a man of many entertainments. While we try to figure this out here. Alrighty. We updated all of the graphics settings and we're going to try this again. Let's launch it. iRacing. Be friends. Let's be friends. As we wait. An amazing 40 car grid giving us immense challenges from a streaming technical perspective, but just absolute monsters on track. What a fantastic grid of racers we have here. I'm trying to look through what the iRatings look like. Top iRating with Andrew Pickrell, 3.445K. Incredible. Followed by just beat by there's higher. Jakub Stavko with a 5.227K iRating. Wow. A 5K iRating sim racer in our midst. Then it's Jakob White with 3.459. Colin Johnson with an even 3,000. Going into the low end. 600, 800. Some folks, they figure their way through iRatings and iRacing and iRatings. We'll figure this out. It will work. Eventually, we are determined to make it work. Loading. What do you think? What do you think, iRacing? We're gonna be friends? Little spread of the field might be friendly to us. Looks like Jakob White still in P1, being followed by Jack Shia. 3 seconds away. Jakob putting down some great laps, looks like. The real test. GT4s are alive-ish. Yes. Oh no! Oh no! Just in time. Says Steven Tomazic and Ryan Wallace. Tip to tail, a bit of a bump going into the corner. Oh my goodness, and a second tap to finish what was started. Oh my goodness, that is not what you want to see returning to the action here. But fortunately for who was that? Wallace. They did not go into the wall, so relatively minimal damage in that particular incident. But I'm sure he's going to be super frustrated and wanting to get back into a position of P2, which is where he was, and it seems like deserves to be. More action. Will Brunner being hunted down by Nate Hutchison. Nate right in the wake of that car, trying to get as much slipstream as possible. Huge amount of pressure coming in from Nate Hutchison. Will Brunner be able to defend? Hutchison looking on the inside, goes narrow. Will Brunner wide on the outside, able to carry more speed through the corner, but Hutchison does not maintain the overlap. Brunner stays in front. Good little battle. Johnson also side by side with Jakob Stavko. Stavko on the inside in the Mustang, being challenged by Johnson. Johnson now dipping back. I'm sorry, it's actually the other way around. Colin Johnson being the Mustang and Stavko just behind in the Porsche. Stavko now going side by side, looking on the outside here in the back section. Sweeping. Stavko seems to have made his way through. Johnson not quite having enough to defend, as the Mustang now ducks behind the Porsche. Cars in the back quite enjoying this action, not from a viewing just from a viewing perspective, but from potential positions gained, as Cody Wassam and Jace Wright join the train that is Jakob Stavko, Colin Johnson, Cody Wassam, Jace Wright with the P4 in question. Now coming up to lapped cars of the GT4 class. This is going to be quite exciting. Are they going to be able to send it? They do look on the inside. Some on the inside, some on the outside of Eric Miller. Eric Miller trying to just figure out a position. That is for sure a position lost, as it looks like Cody Wassam takes advantage of the lap traffic. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Cody Wassam having a snap. Was that contact? There was just the slightest bit of contact. Joe, welcome, as he sends the 188 Audi right into the walls. That's unfortunate. I don't think the contact was too heavy, but Joe, welcome, Cali official. One of our ACC drivers and stewards with 14 months. You are an absolute legend. Thank you so much, Joe. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Watching some iRacing here. The multi-class goodness, with our PC deciding that the league has grown beyond our capabilities, having some technical issues just in the past. Hopefully that is behind us. And as we watch Jakob White going through some GT4 traffic, still firmly in P1 with a 5-second gap and continuing to grow. Jack Shia not quite having a response for the young Padberg, now going by his legal name of Jakob White. Oh my goodness, I am not streaming the correct stream. Oh, this is a rough one, folks. I know, Joe, I just noticed that. I was trying to change things earlier. Oh, this is horrendous. This is definitely a stream to forget. But here we are, back again. We have the likes of Jack Shia chasing Jakob White, looking for a mistake, and we have the safety car that is out and is gonna bunch people back up. Jakob White P1, Jack Shia P2, Andrew Pickerel coming in P3, Jakob Stafko P4, Jace Wright just behind Rod Skyhooky, yo, with the 11-month sub. That is almost a year. Starting the hype train. You guys are awesome. Absolute legends. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Jace Wright followed by Colin Johnson, Josh Willis, Will Brunner coming in. The safety car. Only 20 minutes past. Everybody debating on whether pitting is the correct solution or not. Mason, how are you doing? Joe, how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you're enjoying the stream. As butchered as it is so far, we're gonna try and get it cleaned up. Cody Wassam, again, having that incident just earlier, dropping down to 15th position with friend of Trackalicious and racer Adam King. Everybody getting bunched up back together as the GT3s make their way ahead. I'm gonna do something else here. I'm gonna try to lighten the stream up. Let's do that. Fortunately, means the end of the lovely Trackalicious merch t-shirt for those looking. The Lava Tee. That. Let's do that. Let's see if we can lighten the load a little bit. "23 minutes into the race, a random safety car out. Benjamin Smalling out, unfortunately, and in chat, Shannon Harkness, Shannon Ellsworth out, Joe Harkness out, Wade Georgeson out." Whoa. Give us some cars. Rest remaining. Actually, Wade's back on track. So is Joe Harkness, I think. Hoping. Yeah, Wade's back. Back at the grid in a GT3. I'm sure we'll be looking to improve. Hello, Alex. How are you doing? Oh, looks like we have several pit takers and several not. This is where it gets fun, folks. So, leader is in the pits. Effective leader has gone into the pits. Now, promoting Andrew Pickerel up into P1, followed by Jakob Stafko in P2. This is going to be exciting. I think towards the end of the race, we're going to have to see who decides to pit, or who, whether the pitters or the stay-outers have made the right call. Interesting. There's quite a few, say probably 40% of the grid of the GT3s deciding to pit. It's going to be an exciting race at the end to see if people are going to be able to make it with the fuel remaining. It's So the pitter's likely having to save towards the end. And then you'll get the likes of Andrew Pickrell, Stofko, Hutchison pitting later, going full blast until the finish line. If iRacing was king, then it would be the top two here looking pretty, with Andrew Pickrell having the top second highest iRacing, followed by Jakob Stofko, who has the highest iRacing on the grid today. How's everybody doing? Watching some iRacing here at TRACKILICIOUS. Let's add the licenses here. There it is, folks. 5.2K for Jakob Stofko. Oh, looks like Pickrell deciding to pit now. And that's going to drop him all the way down in the grid. I'm not sure what that call was about and why he pitted, but very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Letting the lap cars through now. We remember there is no ghosting behind a safety car in iRacing. Catches people out sometimes who do multiple streams with multiple people. I should say multiple sims. Is this strategy gonna play in Jakob Stofko's favor, or is it gonna be a big problem down the road? We'll have to find out. We only have 30 minutes remaining in the race. Safety car's out. Tires are getting cold, but we are about to get the show on the road fairly soon, I'm sure. Andrew Pickrell in the lovely Canadian livery here. Him and Cody Watson must have coordinated their bodies. Again, fantastic looking grid. Super excited. Maybe not as excited as Jakob Stafko, knowing that he has the P1 position, and it looks like that is the safety car ducking back in. And we are go! Stafko gets a pretty decent start, but he does have a McLaren on the outside. Does the McLaren have enough overlap to make a move work? No, it does not look like it to begin with. Stafko does take the lead of the race as multiple cars behind are battling for position. You got the McLaren of Nate Hutchison in P2. Got Adam King on the inside there. Now up into P3. Ian Browning being challenged by Colin Johnson in the Mustang just behind. Jace Wright in the Lamborghini behind that. Now we have a tight grid again, ladies and gentlemen. We are back racing for almost 30 minutes remaining, and that is a super exciting thing to see. We got to look at the likes of Jacob Cunningham. We got to look at the likes of Steven. Oh my goodness, Bronson Turner has gotten himself into a situation. A lot lighter than expected, to be honest with you. Timing charts all fired up for the racing that's happening. Oh! Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Oh, what happened there? Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it from like a blimp camera or something. GT3, GT4 coming into each other again as they try to back out. That Honda looks like is in really bad shape. That was an RTG for Honda. Jakob Stafko still leading the race. Let's get back live here. We tried to do earlier. Eric Miller still doing a good job. Commanding lead of the race, but really being pressured by Ray Frias and Steven Demazic. Having trackside interviewed our trackside reporter, coming in with a lot of confidence, proclaiming the win, defending against the greats. GT4 Championship definitely looking spicy. Travis Bartlett under a lot of pressure himself from Morgan Stringer just behind. So McLaren on McLaren action. Which McLaren will win? Loads of McLaren. Steven Anderson and McLaren just ahead. Bartlett and McLaren. Morgan Stringer is behind him. The Stooch McLaren. Hey, Hutchison looking pretty solid. Goffco trying to maximize the clean areas available to him. Make up as much time. You just never know how the strategy is going to play out. Just don't know. In a battle with maybe future Get Cows Racing Jack Shia. Tight pack of racing in the back here, being led by Ian Browning, Dane Kortz, Jack Shia, Eric Eng, Will Brunner. Brunner looking to make a move on Eric Eng, looks on the inside, does manage to make it stick, and the Corvette is ahead of the Porsche 911. Looks like we have an issue. Oh, nope, 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 nope. We are way past those. Oh no! Oh no! Andrew Pickrell seems to have come into a situation and, oh my goodness, gets into the back of a couple other people. What happened? Oh, a wiggle on the rear end of the Mustang of Jordan Smith. Oh no, that is so unfortunate. Jakob Stafko still in the lead, but the battles are really in the middle of the pack here. Some GT4 battles going on as well, for sure. And as I try to click them, I get a John Panette, nay, nay, he says. Jacob Cunningham under a lot of pressure from Cody Wassam just behind. We were trying to look at some of the GT4s, but simply wasn't loading. This pack here, super tight, as we have Ian Browning chasing down Jack Shia half a second ahead, being chased down Will Brunner, who's half a second behind. Just unbelievable. Cody Wassam in the back, in the Audi. 3 cars back from here, applying immense amounts of pressure to Cunningham. Looking left, looking right. How are you looking? Trying to find an appropriate view of Cody Wassum's race here, looking ahead with multiple cars to chase down, having made the mistake earlier. Cody Wassum now in P9, having won the last race of last season. Wassum now trying to put pressure onto Jake Cunningham. Cunningham, who is not giving way, and nor should he. Man of immense talent in racing, and both coming upon some beginners. Still trying to find their legs, but ultimately it is for position that is moved on for Wassum. Easy peasy. Immense Browning now squeezing Was, having to pay attention to some of the lap traffic, not quite in his favor. Oh no. Wow, every time I click on someone they crash. What is going on? Why? Oh no. Another incident with Pickrell. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Alright, looks like we have lost our champion, our race leader. Stofko now all the way down. Why? So much happening, so many cars on the field. I think Stofko probably went down the pits. Colin Johnson now claiming P1. I think we've had 4 or 5 different P1s so far in the race, which is absolutely incredible. White now trying to come back and find grid positions up into P8, putting a lot of pressure on Ian Browning. Dummies to the outside, takes it on the inside. That seems to me like the position is done, and there you have it. Only 6 more positions to go. Mr. White. Mr. White. That was my Jesse Pinkman impression. Colin Johnson looking pretty happy, sitting pretty up there. Some of the ranks down here still battling. Stofko trying to get back. EJ Sims in P16 making it difficult. But there goes the Porsche, I think. And the outside sends it with quite a bit of pace. And now position locked and good to go. Fastest laps on track. A whole bunch of 2 flats, 2 flat 5, 2 flat 7, 2 flat 4, 2 flat 7, 2 flat 1. with Jakob White definitely having the pace of the race, I would say. Doing a fantastic job hunting down Ghoukasian. Brad Severs now battling Rick Wolf. Rick Wolf saying, no, this is for me. Brad looking for overlap to the right hand turn right before the back straight. Does no, there's contact. Brad going wide, trying to get a run on the front straight, or back straight I should say, the almond straight. Rick Wolf under a lot of pressure here from the BMW of Brad Severs. Trying to determine if there is a possibility for defense for another 13 minutes. Cunningham still under a lot of pressure now from the likes of Jacob White. Sorry, we have Jacobs and we have a Jacob and we have two Jacobs. So a Jack, a Jacob, and two Jacobs and a Jace, all within striking range of each other. It seems like. Jacob Cunningham managing to hold off Cunningham, but White now having some lap traffic. Is he going to be able to get by quickly, or is he going to give the position away to Cunningham? Cunningham, whilst in the front, was unbeatable. Loads and loads of pressure. Great battle. Brad Severs, Rick Wolf still in battle as well. Brad now looking on the inside of the back straight. Is going to be something that he's going to be able to send and hold. Going relatively tight. Is he going to be able to do the overspeed catch up? And look at that slingshot of the Porsche. Now ducking in behind Brad Severs. Rick Wolf trying to regain that position. Some distraction with flashing headlights. Is he going to make it work? No, does not seem like it. The significantly larger car of Brad Severs seems to have held the position for now. Oh, and there's contact, but survivable contact. Unfortunate, and hope that this is gonna really looks like Brad does have the pace, but she doesn't have the moves to quite make it stick just yet. Might need a little bit more time, maybe another oh, I don't know what to say. Tom McDonald's all the way up into P10, defending against Morgan Stringer. APM Racing. I think that's his Twitch as well, so if anybody's interested in some first person view stuff, check him out, as we have less than 10 minutes remaining in the race. This is going to be exciting all the way to the finish. We have multiple battles going on. We have Colin Johnson and Jace Wright for P1. We have Cody Wasm. You have Jakob Stavko. Ray Frias trying to get a position in the GT4s, goes alongside Steven Tomatic, has the inside line with the black BMW. Loads of BMWs being selected for the series. That's really interesting. Not as many as the Ford Mustangs, but here we are. Right. Science is gonna allow you. No, no. Oh no. The Mazik and Frias coming together. Oh, not far back enough, unfortunately. Rubelay will take a minute to get to, so we're gonna just stick to what we have here. To Mazik. Oh, and the torn and tattered car of Ray Frias. We have a car turned around. Cody Wasm up into P6. Cunningham telling people to get out of the way. Oh no, that's Jakob White. Wolbrunner applying some tactics here to try and gain a position. Runner continuing to flash the headlights. Cody hoping that this distraction from a trivial thing might give him enough overlap to make something happen. Will Brunner under a lot of pressure from behind and looking to make moves ahead, but just doesn't quite have it. Just loads of flashing, a flash expert. Going back, looking for any battles in the GT4s. Jacob Church here being chased down by a lapped car, it seems. Game's going wild. What is going on? Ugh. This stream has been so brutal. Cars still moving, but unable to see them from a TV camera. Here we go. I think we found the buttons. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the race here. Kyle P. McDonald, P7. Colin Johnson all the way up into P1. Jace Wright, P2. Right there, Jace. Attacking the likes of Brunner here now, applying a lot of pressure onto Eric Eng. And the race is nearing completion. Looks like we might have 2 more laps to go as Colin Johnson, our leader, going around the final sector here. Strongly and firmly being chased down by Jace Wright. Will Brunner under immense pressure, looking ahead and looking behind. Actually, that's just a lap traffic car. What a lovely little train getting by the GT4 traffic here. Kyle looking to make a move back and get those positions, but still looking very positive in that he's had 8 positions gained from the race start. Very good. Eric Miller leading the charge of the GT4s with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the race. That certainly means that the next lap will be the final lap of the race, with Colin Johnson leading with immense pressure from Jace right behind. Looks like the likes of Jakob White has crawled back quite a few positions, but still 8 seconds behind the leader. Pit strategy not working in his favor today, while he does have significant pace. No pace advantage right now though, considering the last lap was 2:01.09 from Colin Johnson and 2:01.3 from Jakob White. Championship winner Jacob Cunningham in P7 being chased down by Morgan Stringer. Here we go, folks. Final lap for these guys. Didn't have enough time to slow it down and finish the race, but we'll have to go another full lap, hoping that they have enough fuel to make it to the end. Colin Johnson in P1, Jace Wright in P2, Jack Shia P3, Padberg looking at the cars just ahead, desperately trying to make positions back. And we now have Ian Bronning being chased by EJ Sims. Sims looking on the inside, goes tight, not quite enough. Jace Wright under immense pressure in the final lap here. Something that he's quite used to. A lot of different cars he races with. Jay sending it on the BMW. That is unfortunate. Not only did he make contact, sending Jacob Church off, but it also slowed him down. As we have Colin Johnson coming around the final corner here with some spare space. And that is going to be the race win for Colin Johnson. P2 going to Jace Wright. Jack Shia coming into P3. Jacob White ending up in P4. That being said, we have the likes of Eric Miller still leading the race, and he does manage to complete the race with Eric Miller in P1 of the GT4s. And just behind, coming around the final corner, Rick Wolf in P2 for the GT4 class. Some of the GT3s still trying to make their way by, and hopefully with no contact, as Brad Sievers is just behind. And that is P2 for Rick Wolf and P3 for Brad Sievers. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Super challenging race for all these folks. Go back into the stream. Have a look and see if we can get some of our leaders back in here for a chat. At Colin Johnson, Jace, and Jack. Jack, I don't know what your Eric Miller. Rick Wolf. I don't know who P3 was. All right, let's pop these folks in. Colin, congratulations on the GT3 win and the season opener here at Trackalicious. How was that race for you?
It was good. The pit stop was, or the full course yellow rather, was a little earlier than I would have liked, but just had to manage it from there.
I think you ultimately, the strategy call was what won it out for you. So that was great to see. Any other challenges through the race? You know, we were kind of dealing with technical difficulties, so didn't get to focus too much on what was going on for you guys there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was just looking back. I had a little bit of a contact in turn one. Unfortunately, it looks like a bit of net code, but I still feel bad about it. Just, you know, going too wide through a corner is always a risk. But other than that, it was relatively clean, so can't complain.
Definitely. How are you liking the new multi-class format compared to just having the GT3s last season?
It surprised me a little bit, actually. I had a car ahead of me at one point that juked out right in the last second, and so went into turn 17, and all of a sudden there was a chicane in the way, so made things interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, it can get challenging. Well, Colin, congratulations taking the first win of the season, and I'm sure you're going to be pretty happy about that and looking for many more behind.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
No problem. Eric Miller winner of the GT4 class. Eric, seemed like you had a pretty dominant qualifying, led most of the race. Did you have any challenges? We were trying to watch the GT4s as well, but unfortunately got into a whole bunch of flashing every time we went into your class.
Yeah, we didn't really have. It was like a few different drivers behind me throughout different points of the race, keeping me under pressure. Ray, Eric Wolf, Steven, and then Wallace. So yeah, I was always under pressure for pretty much the first 15 minutes. And then I think Steven and Ray got into a big battle, and they kind of dropped back, and I was able to just kind of a smooth sailing for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I mean, seems like a pretty fundamental. Keep your pace, don't mess it up. Make sure you don't get taken out by any silliness in the lap traffic, and you seem to have done that. Congratulations on the win for the first race of the season.
Thank you.
Eric, just behind Eric, getting questions from Eric. How was it for you today?
It was good. It was a fun race. I want to start by saying that I apologize to Josh. I had a little bit of a brain fart under the safety car. I saw a lot of messages popping up. I was being told to pass a GT3. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and all of a sudden there was a wall of cars in front of me. So apologies there. Hope it does not happen again, but apologies if I ruined anyone's race. But yeah, forced me to jump into the pits a little bit early, right at sort of like the onset of my fuel window, which kind of close to the end, but was able to get back into it after everyone sort of passed while I was getting repairs in the pits, and somehow managed to claw my way back to second. But Brad and I had some good racing. But yeah, a little bit of a mess in the middle there for me.
And any other things that happened? I mean, despite the issues that you came across, seems like your performance wasn't significantly deterred coming in P2.
No, I think overall it was a pretty good race, especially for being the first race with the multi-class. Seems like a lot of people were, at least from my side, giving each other respect out there, so it's fun.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on the podium on the P2. And Brad, let's just take down the last step of the GT4 class. How was your race?
Well, I didn't exactly have the pace to be this high up normally, but I just did my best to run a nice, tidy, clean race. It all worked itself out. I think I was the only car that took tires under the yellow, because I was the last car on the lead lap, so I had nothing to lose anyways. So, other than the scare I had coming back to the green, where a GT car was passing me under the bridge in 17, and I took a bump wrong that I've never hit before, and had a big slide coming to the green flag after the safety car period. The race on my end was mostly uneventful. I just had a bit of a race there with Rick Wolf, and otherwise just capitalized on everybody else's mistakes as they were going through traffic.
Listen out there, all you rookies. It's not all about just sending it on every possibility you have. Sometimes surviving in itself is winning. Brad, congratulations. Glad to see you back. Great performance for the first race of the season, and looking forward to seeing you back in the next one. Finally, we have Jace right here. Jace, pretty decent performance overall, but boy, you had a lot of pressure at the end there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, during the race, it was very, very hectic. I guess at the start, it was still fine at the start, and during the middle of the race. But then after the safety car, it was hectic. I was full on, and then I was chasing Colin. I really wanted that win, and the second on the last lap, the car just, average iRacing physics in the first corner. And from then, my rear tires were gone, and I was just praying I didn't spin the rest of the lap.
Well,
it was a very interesting race.
Well, Jace, congratulations on the P2 that you had. Yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season with you guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate the support. All of the subscribers, you guys are amazing. Appreciate that you guys stick around and support the community. With that being said, we are going to close out this stream today and hop into Mike Pico stream. This dad's bad. Go give him some love. Every follow that he gets, he does some push-ups. Every raid that he gets, he does some push-ups. So go give him some love, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully with less technical issues. I'm Eric Ghoukasian, and have a good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. We'll see you next time.